everyone, and welcome to my surprise Starfield stream today. I just decided to get on and explore a little bit more with you guys. So we're gonna do this in a more relaxed, chill setting today because I'm just not feeling the greatest, and at the same time, I don't know how long we're gonna stream this because I don't know if they've still, I don't think they've done any updates yet, so it's the sort of thing where we're waiting for them to add the DLSS in order for the game to run properly, so it's still pretty intensive on my CPU and it doesn't really need to be, so I don't want to be running it too long, but maybe we'll stream it today for a bit and see how things go. On PC, while we're still dealing with these performance issues, I want to be definitely making sure that I'm not trying to grade the game too much and play the game too much on stream as far as like the main stuff. That's why I want to do the side stuff and just have fun exploring and just enjoying the game, because if I'm spending a lot of time on the main stuff and the game's not running right, then in my opinion that's not a very fair grade. So I just don't want to spend a lot of time doing that at the moment. With that being said, let's see if we can play a bit. Let me bring this up here. It is amazing to me how visual people are. Isn't that amazing? Fascinating. I'll try to be as vocal as possible, guys. I just am not feeling the greatest today, so if you could all help me out with that, I'd appreciate it. So, a lot of the reason now... It's not the only reason. I'm playing this game on Xbox, guys. For those of you who think I'm not playing it or think that I hate it or something like that, that's not the case. I'm playing it on Xbox. And so, I am playing the game. And I am playing it, intermittently on PC here and there, but... I'm playing it on Xbox recently, and so it's a challenge to sometimes get the cloud synced, the data and stuff. Sometimes that's a real challenge with this one. I don't really understand why. I don't really know why that's happening, but we had a data issue with the cloud save before with this game, and so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But when I play this on my Xbox, if I've played it on PC, I have to wait good few minutes, like at least 5 minutes for it to sync the data, and I just feel like that's an absurd amount of time to just sync some save data. So I'm not really sure what's happening there, but it's just save data. So it's like we're not talking about lots of stuff, lots of information here. So once again, that's literally what we're doing on this screen. Basically, you know, every time I launch this for the first time on PC after playing it on Xbox, I wait several minutes for it to start as it just sits here saying syncing data. And it really does take that long. And it's still just trying to launch the game, even now. And so, you know, this is on Xbox too that this happens, on my Series X as well. So that, like, that has nothing to do with anything I'm doing. It's literally just universal that this is happening. Now, this game definitely does not run properly in Windows off the Xbox app. Definitively. It has trouble with being on top. It has trouble with all kinds of stuff. Like, right now, I'm actually probably going to have to quit the game. Because it's actually not over top of anything else right now in Windows. There we go. I was able to trick it that time. But basically, like, it's just... It's the same nonsense that I see out of every giant new release that they push on the Xbox app for Windows and stuff like that. It's a real trash app. The app is pretty trash. So like, the fact that they were not up to par with updating it properly to get this ready, like, I just really can't believe about the amount of issues I have just launching the game. And then we launched the game, and we really can't really just have a smooth experience on PC at all. On Xbox, the experience is somewhat smooth, but once again, if you turned off your HDR, I've actually done it. I turned off my HDR, and it looks like shit. So it's not. It literally has nothing to do with the frame rate. It's just the HDR filling in those blanks really well. I have to remember what some of these buttons are. Go around and get all my, like, powers and stuff like that. I might do that. Because I do still have to do that. The rings look cool. let's go.
Let's put this bird on the ground. I'm doing an awful history of constellations most liberating. It's just me repeating your nose into a stable sleep for 5 hours.
Oh shit, look at that. You know, it's running too bad right now. That looks so cool, doesn't it? Okay. Wait, did they? No. Still no update. Fix the comms computer. Oh yeah, you know what's funny? What I was gonna say is, I was gonna say earlier is, you know, lately I've been having a lot of trolls causing some problems. I'm sure you guys all know about that. And it's kind of funny how many of them there are. It's just coming from certain channels and stuff. And, I really do think that, you know, they do not like that I'm playing this game and it looks this good for me. You know, they did not like that I could play this. I think they thought that, like, you know, I couldn't do it. It was gonna, you know, not even run or whatever, you know, or something like that. I just think it's funny when people act like that. So, you know, the more trolls that come out of nowhere and tell me, you know, or make it obvious that they don't like it that I play something, I'm just gonna want to play it more. So I think it's funny, some of the trolls that come out and make it obvious they don't want me playing this. It's just gonna make me want to play it more, guys. That's all it's gonna do. And then, like, the ones that do it with Final Fantasy games too, especially. They've been coming out of the woodwork. I started playing 15 again, and it's running pretty good. So, you know, they can't, because they were talking shit before, I'm sure, saying this or that, but yeah, they can't say anything now because it was running good. Can't even deny it. So how do I'm trying to remember what my hotkey is for that. Alright, there it is. We got it. Ammo. Oh, you know what? I may need to take a look at this, because it looks cool, but doesn't really. Like, how am I supposed to see through that? is this?
I don't take photos of people. Sorry. Look at this place, right? Can you believe we're here? Seeing this?
Oh, it's the same ones.
This is where I want to be buried one day.
Yeah, this is actually running pretty good right now. Not gonna lie. I mean, there's other parts where it's not, but right now it's okay. I still want the DLSS though, because it's pushing my CPU. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Well, it's pushing my GPU too. I mean, like, it shouldn't be 100 all the time. Oh, so cool. Definitely one of my favorite parts of the whole game is just staring at shit like that. Alright, let's go check out this cave. Wasn't in here. See, this is a lot of the caves that I find, is that like there's just nothing now. Okay. They've gotta fix this. Really tired of doing that. Like, why is that such an issue with so many games these days? You can't make the surrounding button a little bit bigger than that. Yeah. There is nothing in here, guys. That's alright. I wanna move on. I wanna get to this New Game Plus stuff so bad. Right. Oh wow, we have a lot of that stuff to do. Star Collective. I don't know if I really want to do that stuff right now. I wouldn't mind doing the reagent stuff though, if we can. I don't think we can do that yet. I think that's the problem. I mean, the game's been working, dude. Yeah, like the game's been working. I saw that, but I don't want to use somebody's mod for, if that makes sense. I saw that they did that, but I would rather them add the NVIDIA settings so that it does it right, because I'm not trying to deal with a mod doing that. But like, the game didn't ever not work. It's just after that day of seeing the resource monitor and seeing my CPU running way higher than it needs to, you know, just the fact that it's using the GPU too much. It needs DLSS. I have an NVIDIA card. It's as simple as that. So it doesn't understand it. Like, it's literally just, it's exactly what you said. It needs the updates. So it never didn't run. It's been running. I just, man, I don't want to push my CPU. But today, I'm playing this. A lot of the reason, dude, I'm playing this is to shut up the trolls that like to hate on this game. And like, because like I see so many people that come on that literally just want to like slap a dislike, or, you know, just show up just because I'm playing something that they can't play and they don't like that, or something like that, you know. That really bugs me. Or like, you know, like, so it's like, you know what? I'm gonna show the trolls, you know what? It really doesn't bother me, because in the sense, it actually, it's kind of funny that they actually waste their time doing that. And so I'm just gonna play these games more now. Yeah, it just makes me want to do it more. Like, to show how triggered people are. Because that's what it is, like, I definitely had a very triggered person last night. I was like, I was doing my relaxing stream or whatever, playing Forager, and at the start of the stream, this person liked it, and then by the end, they changed their like to a dislike, and I know it was them because there was only 2 likes, and at the end there was 1 like and 1 dislike, and obviously you know who the 1 like and 1 dislike is with that scenario. And then the whole, like, literally they just did it like right after I ended the stream. It's just a relaxing farming game. There was no issue. The whole point was that he just watched the stream the entire time. And then after the stream, like, I had 2 likes. Nothing happened. There was no drama. I just played a game, and then at the end of the stream, I had 1 like and then 1 dislike. So basically, this douchebag watched the whole stream to make me think somebody was watching it and stuff like that, and then at the end, slapped and changed it to a dislike to try to make it seem like, oh, there was drama here, or oh, there was a bad stream, or oh, this or that. I know what these people are trying to do. They're literally just fucking trolls. This is what trolls do. All they do is they show up on your streams where, like, there's nobody else, especially if you're streaming late and there's nobody else. What they can do is try to make it seem like there was drama even when there wasn't, so that way then people think there was drama or think something happened or something like that, you know. That's why, like, I've taken a certain tone with people recently, too. It's like, certain people that draw attention to, like, the way people feel or something like that. Like, you're clearly just trying to cause drama. So. Yeah. I think it's funny, too, man. But, like, at the same time, you know, I need my support on my page, obviously. So I'm just gonna play these games because they're telling me, you know, they're coming on and telling me that, you know, basically they don't want me playing it, and I don't really give a shit. Well, the reviews for Starfield are very good. I think, like, I just think that we live in a time where there's so many outlets out there calling themselves, like, credible media outlets and this and that. And really, they're just this and that. So, like, I don't know, it's hit, you know, I look at the bigger ones and I also look at the ones that have been around for a while. But at the same time, I try to look at some smaller ones that are credible. But you know that too. It's just the sort of thing where I just feel like there's so many people that want to have a different opinion than everyone else, and that's really what it comes down to. They just want to, like, stand out or something like that and have some sort of, you know, creative different opinion instead of actually just agreeing.
What is it?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, like, I saw a big streamers talking about the stuff that I was talking about too. You know, no DLSS. And it's, like, annoying that I don't even get credit for that. And still, I was flat out, like, raging about that shit in Jedi Survivor when that released, and still there's no DLSS. And the fact that people aren't showing up in swarms, giving credit to the people who have the balls to point these things out while everybody else is saying the game is running great and loving the game. No, like, you should love people like that are willing to have the balls to say, no, this is not good and this is why, and then also have the knowledge to be able to say why too. And I think that's the difference, is a lot of people don't have that knowledge, so they get jealous and they get angry or something like that and try to, you know, put shade on those people or something. But really, it just comes down to the fact that the moment I see something, I know exactly what it looks like and why. So, like, just like when Survivor came out, I knew all the textures on Cal's face didn't look right, and I knew it was super resolution, and I was shouting to the hills. And now here we are, same problem, Starfield. They just released the game with absolutely no NVIDIA settings in the menu. And it's like, people just want to flock to the modders and flock to the people that literally just sit there and make guide videos and stuff like that. It's like, here I am testing the game better than they did. You know, like a lot of us, a lot of people are here, like, testing the game better than these paid people are, these developers that hire these teams of people to test these games. And then here we are doing it for free and telling people and warning them, you know, this needs to be in it, this needs to be in it. And then even the developers themselves aren't doing it. Even the directors are seeing this content and not doing it. And then at the same time responding to it and trying to cover their ass and say, oh, we did. Like when Todd Howard was like, when they asked him, why didn't you optimize why didn't you optimize Starfield? And he's like, oh, we did. But no, you didn't. You optimized it for new cards only. So that's not optimizing it. And I freaking said that. And I even said if there's no NVIDIA settings, it's just going to be just like Jedi Survivor. And exactly the same thing happened. And like that's always been my point, is like everyone just wants to flock to the people that have the best of everything and not understand how that works. They literally don't want to understand how it works. They don't want to understand how hard it is. They don't want to understand that someone like me running the setup that I have is actually extremely freaking difficult to do. And if you don't know what you're doing at any given time, oh man, let me tell you what. like I need to know what I'm doing at all times, and I need to be able to tweak this and tweak that and make sure it's running right. And it like just all these other people. Oh, the guy that did the fucking milk carton thing in space where he set up all the milk cartons gets hundreds of thousands of views. Yeah, like I get it. It's funny and people share it and it's viral. But like that's my point, is like here a lot of us are doing the good work, talking about these things as they come out. Literally, I was like one of the first fucking ones to play this game. You were too, and we were sitting here in early access, and here I was bitching about the fact that there's no DLSS, there's no NVIDIA settings, there's no field of view slider, they capped the FPS, they fucking lied, they released this and lied about this and this, and like I'm saying it day one, and then it's like nobody gives a shit. Everybody just wants to get on. It's like everyone just wants to get on and fucking watch all these cut up like really good fucking videos and go, "Ooh, the game's so good," and then buy it, and then I see their Steam library and they have like fucking 15 hours logged in the game 2 years into it, and I'm like, gee, I guess that was a great investment, wasn't it? You freaking should have listened to me when I fucking told you the first time. But no, you go on and confirm it with this guy and this guy and this guy and Linus Tech Tips and this guy and this guy. Oh, okay, but this guy said it, so therefore I believe him over you, so I'm gonna give him the credit. And that's just it. Like, I've been fucking sitting here doing this shit for years, and I'm just literally right every fucking time. I'm literally right every fucking time. I can't even tell you about a fucking time when I was wrong about a game. I even said, when this game comes out, if it doesn't have the DLSS settings, it's gonna be fucking shit on PC. It's gonna use way too much of the CPU. It's exactly what fucking happened. I proved it on the resource monitor. Doesn't have the DLSS settings. It fucking drops in fucking FPS, and it fucking uses more CPU. The game runs like shit. Like, I just really honestly have no fucking clue how I'm supposed to fucking prove that there are those of us who know what we're fucking talking about and know what we're doing, and that these fucking people developing the game should fucking listen. And stop fucking pumping this shit out like it's a damn competition. And just trying to make all this money because you want to fucking make, you want AMD cards to sell more than NVIDIA. No, I like AMD too. I like AMD too. I really fucking do. But I gotta be honest with you, it's all a competition these days. NVIDIA cards look better. The fucking technology is better. Period. AMD is literally just trying to fucking copy their shit now because they had the better technology for years and they knew it, and PlayStation was using that shit for years and they knew it, so therefore they're just trying to copy that shit. And I love AMD CPUs and all, but I gotta be fucking honest with you, AMD's fucking video card technology was shit for years, and now they're just trying to slap super resolution all over fucking everything, and it runs like shit. And I gotta be honest, you better start putting these NVIDIA settings in the freaking game, or like this is just gonna happen more and more. You're gonna have these fucking $100 games coming out that just run like fucking shit on CPUs that should run them great. Alright, now where the fuck is this damn entrance? Rant over. Everybody's gonna leave now that the rant's over. That's just it. Like, people don't give credit where credit's due. You know, like some of the, I know for a fact, and I'm not saying why I know this for a fact, but it's an actual fact, I'm not just saying that a couple of whales have watched me and made a decision based on something I said. And didn't give me credit for it. And it really is disappointing, just because they think I'm a certain way, because this person said this or this person said this. So basically, these fucking, even the whales listen to the trolls. And that's what's absolutely fucking pathetic to me, is that trolls can actually show up and even do anything. So like, that's why I just don't give them any room. I'm just gonna play this game regardless of whether they hate it. So where the fuck is this thing telling me to go? Oh, there we go. I see it. That's it, isn't it? It's that way. Like I said, I just think it's really stupid that, like, here I was day one, and here you were day one. And, you know, we're squeezing by, you know, I'm squeezing by with, like, just over 400 subs. You're squeezing by with 700, and that's good. You're growing, and I'm growing. That's good. I appreciate that, obviously. But then I see this guy who shows up late to the party with all of the equipment, just making his really, really good edited videos of him fucking flying through space, setting up fucking milk cartons, setting up fucking potatoes in a closet. And this fucking guy's getting hundreds of thousands of views. And this is what people are watching. This is how people are entertained these days. This is fucking entertainment. Yeah, this is how people entertain these days. So like, that gets hundreds of thousands. I even shared the link, and I was the only one that liked it. So if it just goes to show you that like, that's just it. They don't want to even give me credit for sharing a link. Like, people don't even fucking like my links when I share them half the time. So it's just like, who the hell is on this channel, you know? And I know that like I was going through the list, in like a lot of the subscribers that I have as my public subscribers are really good, you know, people I've interacted with, and I know all of you, and I appreciate all of you. I'm talking about the ones that are not the public subscribers, that randomly come out of nowhere, like the one from last night. Like, why aren't you a public subscriber, dude? Like, what is it about that you don't want public, that you don't want people to know that you're subscribed to my channel? So like, that's the real fucking suspicious shit. Why do you care? Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying to get the geological things scanned. I love these. No, that was the only thing for that spot. There we go. There it is. You see it? Yeah, I know. Also, you can do this too. I think. It used to work. You have to like tune it to something, I think. And then like look for the static. But yeah, I look for the static a lot of times, but honestly, like when I see a red planet, how am I not gonna look around, right? You gonna watch a movie? What are you guys gonna watch? I've been watching a lot of really stupid movies lately. I'm glad you feel better, Suffice. I see your messages now. I'm sorry. You had a good talk with your mom. You feel better? Hey guys, do you want to hear Do you want to hear a story? Was the advice to not worry about it and not think about it so much and to just keep doing what you're doing? Because that's probably pretty sound advice. Yeah, that's about right, man. You want to hear a really funny story? There's so many trolls on this channel, and one really strange one in particular that is like so strangely invasive that basically every single time I start my stream, this person is there the moment I start my stream. Every single time. I don't know who they are. They don't tell me that they're there. They don't say hi. They don't say, that's me, that's always here. They're just always there the moment I start my stream. Like the moment. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Wouldn't that, like, creep you out? So, like, that's what they're trying to do. Yeah, they're trying to, like, get to me. But, like, it doesn't bother me. I just think it's, like, so strange they would actually waste that much time. Yeah, yeah, it actually is, yeah. Now, what's crazy is, here's the story. Are you ready? I did a test today. Now, if it happens again, I can prove it, because I'll just, next time I do it, I'll just record it. I wasn't recording it today, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it and talk about how crazy some of these trolls are. So, when I was sitting there, getting ready to start my stream. Now, obviously, I'm okay with people always, like, hanging out. You know, like, I'm cool with that. I can have regulars that hang out and always show up to my streams. I love that. That's great. But what's really weird is when I test them and they prove to me that they are very strange. So, like, I'll be sitting there and I'll sit there and I'll hit the like button. And no lie, the moment I hit the like button, the very second that I hit it, someone else hits it. And I've been taking mental note of this. This has been going on for the past couple of months. And probably longer, actually, but it's really mainly been the past months a lot. And it's like immediately. Now today I did the official test where I liked it. I disliked it. So basically, this is how I tested it. I wanted to see if it was an error, and it's not. It's somebody actually sitting there doing it. So I hit the like, they hit the like, and it changed to 2. So then what I did was, instead of unliking it, I changed my like to a dislike. And then I saw 1 there, and then I saw the 1 disappear to a 0. Then I liked it again, and they did the same thing. They liked it immediately and boosted it back up to 2 again. And so basically I sat there doing that for, like, when I was starting, guys, and it said starting soon, that was basically what I was doing for about 5 minutes. I was sitting like and unliking it and watching this person also do it back. So basically I have somebody stalking me. Yeah. Via YouTube. And I've already stated that people have said sexual things in chat before and they've gotten blocked and banned. But I've had legitimate threats on my life in the past on YouTube. Now, I mean, people have threatened me. Like, I don't even care. I don't. You threaten me. You better actually like. You know, I mean, it's the sort of thing where like I'm gonna laugh at that. Like, that's a joke to me. But you know, doing it on YouTube where other people can see it, I get a little concerned for them. Just that, you know, they would feel not safe or something. Yeah, and it was so that second Starfield stream that was like 22 hours. That's why I wish that hadn't come down, because a couple of the people that normally like say like very nasty things to me and stuff like that, or just sexual things like inappropriate things, were actually in that stream really hardcore. So like I really wish YouTube hadn't taken that down, because I needed some information from that. But that's okay, I was able to get it in another way. It's just, it's not always easy. What is going on with this? How do I want to know how to put my weapon away. Ah, there we go.
Training exercise on my mark. I want you to pump these bots full of holes until every last one is bleeding bolts. Is that understood?
Well, anyway, we're gonna have to land in a different spot. We'll probably land down here or something. Yeah, it's a troll, dude. That's a very disgusting, weird individual that's just sitting there doing that. And the thing that concerns me is that it's like somebody that's hacked into YouTube servers doing it. That's the thing that concerns me. Because I see more of that happening on the streams where it's like heavy with that sort of thing, where it's like either Blizzard like stuff with like Hearthstone and stuff like that with the Chinese hackers and all that stuff where they're not allowed to play the game anymore, but they do, so they hack it. And then at the same time we get all the trolls from WoW. We get all these like, for example, my World of Warcraft stream has like, my World of Warcraft streams always get more views than anything else, but they also get like the smallest, well, I shouldn't say smallest, they don't get very many likes. So like, that's just it. Like, so many people watch it, but they're just literally watching it just because like they're like talking shit on me, or like, I don't know. Like, that's why they're watching it. So basically, the culture on YouTube is that it's filled with bullies that can't be bullies in school, so they make alt fake accounts on YouTube and fuck with people over the internet. Some of them are probably just like 14 years old, you know? But then at the same time, some of these people like legitimately have problems and they're never gonna grow out of them if they're just doing that, you know? So. There's one person that constantly comes in my channel. This is like literally what they say every time. They just come in the channel and all they say is oh, I used to really like you and really want to be a subscriber on your channel, but not now after how I see you block people all the time. Like, that's literally all they ever say. And then they go, I'm unsubbing now. They've done this like multiple times on several different accounts at several various times. Basically at around times where I could have gotten big. So the idea is that, like, if there's a whole bunch of people that would not normally have seen my channel or be interested in me, they show up then and do it. So this was another thing that they showed up and doing on that second Starfield stream, where I was just grinding away and everything's real positive, and they were trying to basically drive down interest and stuff like that. And also at the same time, I was still playing the game for that amount of time, and people can't even really say that I wasn't one of the ones grinding it and playing it the most at first, So yeah, they definitely didn't like that, and so they were just trying to, be bullies, be trolls. Yeah, and that's what they do. They just show up at various times where I could have gotten, a lot of exposure. And then they say, I saw how you block people, so I'm gonna unsub. But they're not even subbed. Guys, they're not even subscribers. They're literally just saying this. And some of them will have, like, their alt accounts as placeholders specifically to trick you, so that way they can unsub technically. But really, it's just an alt account as a placeholder. Yeah, for sure. You're right, for sure. I'm glad that you're back, Suffice. It's good to have you back. You didn't go for very long, and I'm glad. So we gotta keep finding these things. Shake a spear. Shake a spear. Makes you wonder, like, like how names are derived and stuff. It's like, what did his ancestors do? Like, did they shake spears? Or did they spare some shakes? You know what I mean? Because, like, their names are all derived from something, obviously. So it's like, what is what is that one? I've always just, like, wondered about that one, actually. Shake a spear. Because you have to think about it like that. You can't think it shakes spear. It's not actually accurate to think about it like that. It's just how we pronounce it. Shake S. Like S, like multiples, shakes, like Old English, and then like spare or spear. I don't know. It's probably spear though, because it is EA with the E at the end. So it's just Old English spelling. Oh, The Boys. Do you watch The Boys? So that actually irritates me that, like, we need to get over this writer's strike already, because I want a new season of The Boys. so bad. It's actually been ready to come out for like the longest time. Like they've I shouldn't say the longest time, but they've been done I think since like June or something like that. So like we need the writer's strike to be done already because I really want this new season. No. Is that what the show's called? I'm gonna land like over here. Marvel can't compete. I mean, Marvel is better at like doing like actual comic heroes. I think Marvel is very good at doing comic heroes, but yeah, if you want to say they can't compete as far as like modernism and realism is concerned, I would agree with you that, you know, sort of like Watchmen. If you remember when Watchmen came out, we all kind of considered that like one of the most realistic modern takes on an actual graphic novel that we had seen. That wasn't just ridiculous like a Frank Miller movie or something. And so like, yeah, if you want to say it's like sort of like that, I would agree. The boy, yeah. My issue though is that like, why does everything? Yeah, like a lot of stuff's just superheroes these days though too. I'm actually kind of like, yeah, like I actually like that though. Like I want to see more crossovers. Oh, I know, dude. That's hilarious. I mean, and who knows what's gonna happen with Ryan, right? Like that's insane. But like, I want more crossovers. I want to see Superman show up and just completely annihilate Homelander, because we all know that's what would happen. Like Homelander's a little bitch compared to him. So I would love to see Superman just show up and destroy that evil, terrible man. I would love it. I'm sure the actor would love it too. Because Anthony Starr is a great actor, and I heard him say that like he wants to like obviously see Homelander either get his due or see him turn a new leaf. You know, he doesn't want to see him just be evil forever. He doesn't want to see him succeed. You know, obviously, because he's some of like the worst kind of evil. You know, like we play D&D and stuff, and so like we have these neutral good and good and chaotic good, but then you also have your evil and your lawful evil and your neutral evil and then you have your chaotic evil. You remember your chaotic evil? That's Homelander. Yeah, Homelander's your chaotic evil. He's the guy, he's the last fucking guy you want to put in charge of anything. Literally the last guy you would put in charge of anything. He does what is for his own interest, and that is it. That is chaotic evil. That is somebody that literally, no matter how bad things get, he will just do anything for his own interest. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right, dude. It really is. It's kind of like what South Park did with that episode with Tolkien. Do you watch South Park? And how they made fun of themselves. They're like, how could you? How could you really think this whole time his name was Token? How could you? Did you ever see? I don't know if you ever saw that. Because South Park, South Park's great. Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus still has the, they still have the specials. But yeah, you're right. It's on Max. There's just like nothing here for this one. I'm looking for this last geological site. Let's just go back. I like, see, I like Paramount Plus for like Star Trek and stuff. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. So Next Generation mostly, but like now it's all on Paramount Plus, so yeah, if you want to watch Strange New Worlds and all that good stuff. Yeah, Paramount. They like I said, they have the specials, but not the because they have different deals. That's why. It's because it's because Max bought the rights to have it to air it in U.S. That's why. It's just because of that. It's just because a lot of times people want to buy out the rights and the contracts only last so long. It has more to do with contracting. They want to make money. You know, I can't blame them, honestly, because for so long, you know, they would only make money off their shows for X amount of time, you know, because, like, people just buy DVDs, and then that's it. So then, like, it's the sort of thing where, like, you just get so many in circulation, people just... It stops making money, and then now they're trying to stop production of the DVDs and try to save money on that. So I honestly think some of these streaming services, like, it's a good way for them to still make money. But I love physical medium, and I will always continue to support physical medium. You know, just like Kevin Smith always says, definitely continue to buy and support physical mediums for as long as you can, because that is how he makes money, and that is how he gets paid, and that is how everybody gets paid. It's not just him, it's not just, you know, Tom Cruise, it's literally everybody that's in that business. It's you, it's me. You know, like, honestly, when it comes down to the end of the day, the stuff that we actually make money on is going to end up being a lot of times merch, you know, and physical stuff. You know, stuff that's what we make the most, you know, or like, you know, the advertisements and stuff, that's it. So, like, it comes down to physical medium at the end of the day, and it's the same for them. You know, they say the same thing. And I agree with that too, because then with physical medium, you own it. Didn't he do something odd and cry about it? No. What do you mean? He killed off a main character? I'm not sure. I know that the Kevin Smith is who they consult a lot of times in Marvel about, like, casting and stuff. Kevin Smith has helped write quite a lot of comics over the years too, because he's so he just knows comics so well. But Kevin Smith is the director for, like, you know, like, he writes and directs all of those the movies with the lore surrounding, like, Jay and Silent Bob and, like, Clerks, all that stuff, Mallrats. One of my favorites, probably my favorite to this day, is still Chasing Amy. I love that movie. He used to be really fat, then he lost a lot of weight. So like maybe that's what you're thinking of. Oh, you're talking about a main character or something. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I do know that like he's very critical of things. He's a critic, so like that's probably what you probably heard something about him being a critic. Kevin Smith though is he I don't know, I align with his viewpoints a lot of times. Like basically if he doesn't like something, he's not going to spend time talking about it. He's just going to move on and talk about the stuff he does like. That's sort of how I am too. Like if I don't like a movie or something, why would I spend time talking about it when I can talk about the stuff I do like? So I don't know. I do know that he is very critical of movies though, and people often definitely consider his opinion to be good. You know, he's sort of up there. Critics. But yeah, he is Silent Bob. So like if you watch those movies, he is that character. That's Kevin Smith. So like the guy that wears the backwards hat that doesn't talk, like that is him. So like he used to be pretty fat, but he had to lose a lot of weight because he had a massive heart attack. Basically he almost died. He was so close to dying. And like he had like almost no chance to survive, and he somehow survived. He was actually very close friends with Carrie Fisher too, the late Princess Leia. Yeah, he's really close with the Star Wars community too. I would love to see him like voice, you know, something in a Star Wars or something like that. That'd be cool. He's good at voices. Soap of Destiny? What? The Pick of Destiny? Quite the scene. Yeah, Kevin Smith, I recently, oh, okay. I recently, well, I don't know, in the past maybe 6 months or so, a year or so, slowly started getting the physical, you know, Kevin Smith movies and stuff to try to get caught up on that. They were actually going to film a Mallrats 2, a sequel to that. And the funny thing is, they were actually going to film it at the mall that was like only a half an hour from me. Like, I'm not even joking, it was like the mall that I grew up being a mall rat in, sort of. And I could have gone for an extra in the movie, like a part. They're actually asking for extras like in the area and stuff. And I was waiting for this, and then sure enough, they had to cancel it because Kevin Smith, get this, Kevin Smith got like screwed so bad. He apparently doesn't even own the rights to his own characters. So like because Miramax screwed him so badly on the rights to his own characters, he couldn't film a Mallrats 2. And we couldn't do it in like our hometown mall and everything. Oh man, it would have been so cool. It would, like, cause that mall is like desperately needs help. It's gonna close probably. It looks kind of run down at this point. It needed that boost. Yes, I agree. That scene in Dogma, that was so well done. Like, just if you want to talk about one of the most memorable like scenes of dialogue in movie history, I think that's it. But just the fact that like the dialogue was so savage, so well delivered, so on point to the characters. Like Ben Affleck was a perfect Loki. I'm sorry. He was Bartleby, wasn't he? Loki was Matt Damon. Matt Damon was a perfect, like, basically, you know, just feeling bad the whole time, realizing really what it means to be evil. Finally, he's just stupid to how terrible the mortals actually have it, you know, because he was always shielded from it. And like just everything about that scene was so perfect. I loved it.
This better be.
Yeah, it was great.
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only works because
The whole
they
Ben
just
Affleck
have
thing.
one.
Oh yeah,
And
I
that
mean,
sounds cool.
these things.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain song
Yeah, these things.
and where his stargazer.
I remember there was like this big thing about that too. I don't know about that one specifically, but I remember there was a bunch of things. Wait, did I just leave the ship? Oh my god. Yeah. I just remember that like there was a huge, you know, obviously anytime you do a scene like that, there's gonna be a huge group of people that's all offended by it and stuff. People come out of nowhere just to be offended by things instead of letting people have opinions and just being creative. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I just know that I saw Ben Affleck in The Flash and he was pretty good. Yeah, I think he's a good Batman. Where is this one place I'm looking for? Yeah. Well, that's another reason why a lot of that stuff I don't talk about, because a lot of that stuff is very contradictory. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff's very contradictory. Like, you know, like, well, if he's so great, why does everybody want to kill each other in the name of God, you know, and all that stuff, you know? And that was actually something they talked about in the movie too. So like, obviously we're not going to get into religion and all that, but like that was a lot of the point behind the movie was, well, if he's so great, why is everybody always killing each other in his name, and why are there always wars? And well, because that's people. That's literally just people missing the point. That's the answer, and I loved that answer. Because that's the correct answer. Oh jeez. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not gonna get into my own personal stuff, but you know, it's, you know, you're not the only one that's had to deal with that kind of thing. you know, just realize that, yeah, like that's the point, is where did they learn it from? Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's exactly right. It's good that you're realizing that now. You know, because that is the point, is like, it's taught. Well, we probably shouldn't talk about this, dude. Yeah, I understand. The world gets a little too real these days sometimes. That's why I'm playing this. To relax and explore space. Did I ever add you on Discord, Suffice? I know I have you on BattleNet. Yeah, I don't care for it very much either, but it is like pretty much the only way that us content creators are gonna end up. Unless you want to like Skype sometime. I could do that maybe. Discord is a pain. Yeah, I mean it is a pain. Yeah, I'm about ready to just get rid of mine too. Seriously, I'm getting sick and tired of Facebook. Alright, so there's this. Alright, I have another story for you now. So there's this guy. And he does advertising, but like he does it mainly on Facebook. And so like that's fine, like I get it. You want to use your social media and stuff. I get it, but like he does it with everything. It's everything. So like it's kind of like it's almost like it's his literal persona. Like you can't even look at the guy in the face and know if he's like telling you the truth or not. It's almost like he looks like a damn commercial. You know, like you just look at him, the guy looks like a damn infomercial. Like I don't know, he has like this picture of him like his hair spiked up in front, and he's always like mouth open wide, smiling really big. Like he has to like look like some sort of kid, like really happy on a box or something like that about a new toy or something. And like that's fine. Like this guy is really cool. He does he hosts these Nerf tournaments and stuff, and like I think that's super cool. But then at the same time, this guy is like really triggering with his advertising, and he does it on purpose because he knows that these days people don't respond to ads because they want to get something. They respond to ads because they're triggered by it, or something like that. So like, long story short, this is what this guy does. He buys like 8 or 9 like USB Type-C cables from like Apple, and like posts it like on his Facebook for us all to see, and then like types this really long post about how Apple is super innovative, and they're bringing out these Type-C cables for everybody to have on their new phones, and he's gonna go upgrade to the new iPhone today, and he's only gonna use iPhone from now on, and it's all because the USB Type-C is coming, and this is the future, and it's innovative. And yet we've been on Type-C on Samsung and pretty much every other device for the past like 3 years, and this guy knows this. So he's posting this to intentionally trigger tech people to comment and say things and blah 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 blah, just to boost his little post. So like the entire post was just manipulative to begin with, and all just to boost Apple. Like, this guy doesn't even fucking work for Apple. And not only that, Apple is like, they're like the lead. Like, if you know anything tech, you would probably know that Apple is not your friend, and that they make money, that they literally make products to make money. The moment Steve Jobs was gone, like, that was we lost all hope, guys. And like, I've been a tech guy for a long time. I grew up PCs. I grew up building this stuff. I grew up, like, you're talking about a kid who would literally like find a phone that didn't work and break it just to see what the inside looked like. I mean, I flat out took things apart, put them back together. When I had a car, my first car, I put my stereo in it. Like I did all this stuff. I had 3 years of electronics in high school. I know what I'm talking about. You do not, like, Apple is for people that don't know how to use technology, pretty much. It's literally just user-friendly stuff that bogs down your PC and forces you to use their software. And then they'll run things in the background that run cookies and stuff like that. And then all at the same time, you'll be buying iTunes music, and you'll be buying movies from Apple and blah, blah, blah. But meanwhile, not actually owning those movies because you can only watch them on Apple devices. Yes, that's right. They have their own file formats, so you can't even watch them or own them in any other format, so therefore they aren't actually yours. You're paying money for something that is in a format you can only view on an Apple device. So if the company goes under, you're screwed. A company like that you should not be giving money to, and you should not be announcing as very innovative when they've clearly are late to the party 3 years after the fact with a technology that's like older than 3 years, that has already improved upon the terrible micro USBs that used to freaking the micro USB used to freaking break the lead. It used to unevenly plug in and mess up the port. Now the C is a far more innovative design, and it has absolutely perfected it, and he knows that, so therefore he's trying to boost Apple's sales by using this concept that he knows about to boost Apple's sales, instead of being honest and knowing that it came from Samsung. And then when you read all of the comments are literally just that. Literally just people saying, wow, this has been out for years, wow, this has been out, and the dude, like, replying in comments, trying to back himself up. Literally just like, oh no, Apple's the best. Like, I thought he was just trolling at first. Nope. Every single comment that, like, somebody's disagreeing with him, he's getting, like, irate. And, like commenting back and, like, arguing with... I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, I'm done. I blocked the guy. I left him a comment to let him know I'm done with your triggering nonsense, and I just blocked him. Like, this dude literally just has an entire freaking advertising page on YouTube as his supposed personal page that's literally just to manipulate people into going to his stupid little Nerf tournaments every year. That's literally what this is. Guarantee it. And then he has his wife too, who's, by the way, is like, you know, really, like, she's a model. So, like, that's the point. He's got his wife, like, in every picture, and so, like, posting all these pictures of her and stuff like that. And it's like, he knows what he's doing.
What did you need?
Yeah. What?
Like,
good to be
it's
on the
just
boat.
like, okay, dude, like,
Well, it's good
I'm
stuff
done. And, like, she's the real reason a lot of times they're traveling, apparently. She has, like, some job or something, I don't know, like, I'm done with his, manipulative advertisements on Facebook. Apple has the same cringe value as EA. Yeah, I feel like a lot of that is how I feel too. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how I feel. I feel like it's worse. The only phone I ever had from I'm trying to think. Yeah, the only phone I ever had from Apple was a 3GS, and it was a piece of garbage, and I had problems with it the entire time I had it. So I really, like, honestly have no idea why anybody uses it. And then at the same time, I can have Samsung products for years and not have a single issue. I think it comes down to people not understanding where the issue comes from and not knowing troubleshooting. People don't know when something is software versus hardware, so therefore they think Apple's so great. No, honestly, a lot of times when you're having issues, it just comes down to deducing what's causing it. Is it the phone or is it the software? So if it's the phone and the software, guess what? Apple makes both. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you. Apple makes both. Failed on both accounts. And then all at the same time, they're trying to trick you into thinking, oh, what they have inside their PCs are better than what's inside your PCs. No, it's the same shit. You buy a Mac, you will have the same motherboard, the same, like, it's the same fucking shit. They're just slapping Apple on the side of it. There's nothing different about it. You'll have a different operating system. That's it. Oh, and Microsoft has a monopoly on that, so you're kind of screwed. The operating system sucks, too. Yeah, like, just... There's so much that isn't working these days that people don't know is literally just big companies intentionally creating competition to drive down the smaller companies, and basically you will never buy their products because all they've created that monopoly. Microsoft has now successfully done it with operating systems. Nobody games on a Mac anymore. Who the fuck games on a Mac? Nobody does that. So they've successfully done it with operating systems. And by the way, that's illegal in the US to have a monopoly. Just putting that out there. So they've done that, and then the federal government supposedly looked into this new acquisition, Blizzard Activision. Yeah, okay. So, like, I want some reassurance that you're going to include PlayStation in that. You know, that we're not going to exclude this stuff, because that's a lot of why Epic Games is terrible at patching. Is because PlayStation has its exclusivities, and therefore Epic Games doesn't get any type of patching updates for framework updates from Microsoft's end. That's a lot of why that stuff happens, guys. Yeah, all these ships. I appreciate you guys coming in and keeping me company. I really wasn't feeling that great earlier. I'm still not feeling the best, but it's you guys keeping me company. That's I appreciate that. Thank you. I would love to be able to do more with this game aside from just exploring. Wouldn't that be great? I'm just afraid to like start doing stuff. You know what I mean? And then the game, cause like, it's running fine now. But in some of those major cities, it's like 20 or so FPS, and it's like, I don't want to play it like that. And clearly they just needed to add the DLSS. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure this is a port. I gotta look it up again. But I was looking at some actual info yesterday, and I'm pretty sure this is just a port. Just like everything else is these days. So, you know, once again, we're optimizing for console first, and that's just disaster. It's kind of like them lying, too. Like, they kind of made it seem like they weren't going to do that. That's just the way it seemed, at least to me. So what? Oh, because I already discovered it. I'm stupid. This looks cool. Look at that texture, though. That looks nice. See, like, the textures look really nice. Then... honestly, a lot of it comes down to ground clutter. We were talking about that in the one stream. That it's just ground clutter. And the funny thing is, like, I ended up doing a more conclusive test that it seemed like they did. We were playing that one day with a resource monitor open, and it was just like, I was just running all these tests where I'd look at the ground and like see how it acted by running forward and looking at the ground. And then I'd like look at the sky. And it's just very obvious to me that if I look at the sky, the game runs better. It shouldn't be the case. If your game is optimized, it should run well regardless of what direction I turn. And it's having those FPS drops the more I look at the ground. See the ground clutter? Now I'll look at the sky. See that? Huge difference. Anyway. here. You get the best comment ever. What'd it say? If it was appropriate, what did it say? Oh yeah, for your stable glitch video. I would have to agree with you because stuff like that can really cause a problem for people. And here you are giving them a solution to it. So like that's where I'm at too, with like a lot of times where I'll be sitting here talking about a problem, literally giving the company an answer on how to fix something better than their own employees apparently can do. And yeah, I'm just underappreciated for it. I can relate to that, dude. I really can. You are absolutely underappreciated because like I even saw that one.
Starting landing procedure.
I think I even saw that one because that one was like kind of funny, right? It was like, why the hell would he even do that? That was like one of your most viewed videos, right? For like the stable glitch, the one stable glitch that we was having at one time in Red Dead Online, right? Red Dead 2. Yeah. Yeah, because I did watch it, I just, well, you know, I haven't really played, and then I tried to play that one day, and I couldn't play the game because Steam has decided that any games that are, you know, X amount of time old, I just won't be able to play them anymore. So, yeah, can't play Red Dead. Installed it, it won't launch. What a waste of time that was. The annoying thing is I think I told you this before, I literally paid full price for this game when it was new. Planned to eventually play it one day, just never got around to it. Knowing it was going to be a great game, you know, knowing it would be something I would want to play one day, and I was like, alright, I'm going to save this nice little gem. I'm going to let everybody else tell me about how good it is, and then one day I'll go back and I'll play this gem. And now I can't. All because Steam has decided I can't launch a game that I own, that I spent time installing. It's like 100 some gigs too, I think. Yeah, like I really wanted to play it. And don't, like, that's just it, like, so many people will give me that bullshit of like, did you look at the discussions? Did you look at the... I am so sick and tired of hearing that bullshit. You have no idea how fucking tired I am of hearing that bullshit. I should be able to literally just start playing any fucking game that I own. I'm so tired of hearing, did you look at this discussion? Did you read this? Oh, but did you look at the notes on this or see the fix for this? No! Damn it, I should be able to play any fucking game that I own at any given fucking time. That's just ridiculous. Don't use that, don't give me that fucking excuse. I don't ever want to hear that bullshit ever again. I'm so, like, that's why, like, there's this one guy that, like, he's a real nice guy, and he's helped me so much with, like, so many things, but it's like, it's almost like he doesn't get that I don't want to fucking hear that. It's like, every time I play a game with him, and I want to, like, complain about something or tell him something, he's like, oh, you know, he takes some tone about, you know, like, you know, or did you check this, or did you, you know, almost like he like he thinks it's not some big deal or something like that. Well, if it's not some big deal, then tell me how to fix it. So clearly he knows it's not and doesn't know how to fix it, yet he's gonna stand there and tell me, and just like make it seem like it's not that big a deal. And it's like, clearly if I'm not having fun playing the game, it's a big deal, and I don't really want to play the game anymore. So yeah, and then like, that's just it. Like, there's a certain type of toxicity in people that continue to play games even though they're crap, and it's like you want to point it out, but they've already been aware of this and been playing the game and just dealt with it. But then you'll tell them of something that they didn't know. Oh wait, is he a friend?
Nobody can stop the Crimson.
Shit. But then you'll tell them of something that they didn't know, and then that'll throw them off and be like, oh, you didn't do this. You didn't. They'll have some quick dismissive thing to say. Oh, it's just that you didn't do this. And then they like won't believe you or something. It's literally them being in denial of the fact that that game has been shit for X amount of time. They didn't want to own up to it. They've been playing a shit game, and they don't want to feel stupid now for playing this shit game, so therefore they make you feel a certain way. And it's like, I am tired of playing games with people like that. I like, this has been the history of me playing games. Like, it's like people that don't want to play games have played games with me. It's like, do you not know what playing games is about? So I just, that's been my history playing WoW too. Like, people literally that play that game literally don't have fun playing games. I'm not even joking you. They don't know what playing games is about. They go in there to do everything as fast as possible, as quick as possible, because they want that achievement. They want that end result. It's like, can we just play? It's like, can we just have a good time? Can we learn the mechanics, please? Kind of like the other WoW stream, the last WoW stream I did, where every single person in the dungeon was very confused at how to do the dungeon, because every single person that ever does that dungeon acts like a total douchebag and just runs through it really fast because they don't know how to do it. That's the honest truth. Everybody doesn't know how to do it. Nobody doesn't want to, like, there's not a single person that wants to admit to it. And instead of looking up a guide on how to properly do it, they just fucking say they know how to do it and just, they're just lazy. So, like, anytime we get that dungeon, there's always that issue, and then people want to blame it on the healer, they want to blame it on me, or they want to blame it on this or that. No. It's literally the people that are blaming it on those things. Stop making excuses and play the game better. That's what pisses me off. And this is what pisses off Asmon, too. Asmon says this shit all the time. It's like, no, stop bitching and just fucking play the game better. If there's actually a fucking glitch, put a ticket in and they'll fucking do something about it. Or do a stream about it and complain about it, like I do. But when you're in that dungeon, don't bitch, just sit there and deal with what you got and fucking get through it, because I am sick and tired of playing that shit with people, and that's all they do, is they just want to, like, act like idiots and not know how to do something. Just because, like, that's all they want to do. They want to come in and play the game and just do it as quick as possible instead of learning. Like, what am I doing? Why am I playing this game? Am I just pushing, like, am I mindlessly just pushing buttons on a screen? Like, it's to have fun. No, Asmon, I love Asmon. I think he's definitely a real good person. I just think that, like, part of the problem is that the way he acts and the way he is, he then draws those trolls and those people, and then he then also does he has the same sort of toxic response that, you know, I'll get, you know, just because, you know, I really do have a loud argument sometimes, and people like that. But then at the same time, they don't like when I put them in their place. They don't like that. So, you know, it's just that's what it is. It's like Asmund is a certain way too, and puts people in their place when they act like fools, and so therefore they just want to make him look bad and always talk bad about him. It's the same stuff with me. I see the same patterns. So they get blocked by him and they come to like my channel, or they go to another whale, and so they get blocked by all the whales. They're recognized by now, you know. So they make a new account. That's why a lot of these guys have like 50 some like alt accounts and stuff. Yeah, Asmund needs to clean his house for sure, but he also lives in Texas, dude. Like, I can understand, like, it's just totally, like, I don't know, it's this sort of thing where, like, it's just more of a problem in certain areas than it is in others, and, like, it's really hard to take care of. I mean, yeah, he should probably clean up. I'm sure he just called an exterminator. I'm pretty sure he just called an exterminator. Like, who cares if he has roaches? That's a pretty personal thing to dislike somebody for. Yeah, I mean, that's just... I feel like that's, like, really physical. Like, I feel like if we're disliking him for that, that's not really being fair to his character. I think he's a good person. I just think he's a little lazy at times, like all of us are. You know, like, who wants to clean shit up? I mean, geez, I mean, mine's probably looked worse than his at times. I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, it's not just him. I mean, we've all been there. And aside from that, you do know that, like, it wasn't all that long ago that he lost his mom, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure he's doing a lot better now, but, like, he's been through some stuff, dude. He's not... There was a time there where I was praying for him pretty regularly. Yeah. There was a time where I was praying for him pretty regularly, because he was not in a good... I could tell he was not in a good place. And, his mom also played WoW. And his mom also was, like, a pretty active, you know, WoW player in the community. People knew who she was and knew her character and stuff. And, yeah. Like, so, like, it was just, it was more than just that, too. But yeah, she passed away, I think a few years ago. I think 2 years ago now, probably, something like that, right? But that definitely took its toll on him, I think, and, you know, some life changes, obviously. Right, but you do know that he's on Twitch. He's not a YouTube streamer. He streams all of his streams to Twitch, and then he uploads them to YouTube. So a lot of his stuff that he's actually making content on is actually on Twitch. He started off as an OG Dark Souls 3 player. He started making guides and stuff. Like, that's how he started out. He started out as, like, somebody that made guides on Twitch for, like, how to properly do you know, this WoW dungeon or this WoW run or this thing in WoW, and you know, as an OG Dark Souls 3 player. So yeah, he's on Twitch. He's not really on YouTube. That's why. So that's why, like, you'll see that out of context a lot of times. He'll just sort of do it on Twitch and then upload later. I just don't... I make a lot of comparisons with him because I do realize that we are a lot alike. I'm not oblivious to this. I do realize that we talk similar. You know, the way we talk is very similar. It's probably a very similar, we probably had a very similar upbringing, very similar type of education. Went to a smaller school with decent teachers. It was just the sort of thing where we just sort of grew up the same way, grew up playing the same games. Same types of friends. Watched the same shit. Just ended up being basically the same way. I really feel like if we ever talked to each other, we'd probably just butt heads because we're very similar. But I make a lot of comparisons to him because I think other people do. I think other people watch me and make the comparison in their head as they're watching. So like that's a lot of times why I just make the comparison already, because I know it's already there. Is this just a moon with nothing on it? Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, he does do a lot of other content though. But like I think his reaction content is actually really smart. I think he has a lot to add, and a lot of the reason he does the reaction content is because people trust his opinion, and they actually will post it to his Reddit or post it to his Twitter and ask him to react. So that's a lot of why he's doing that. It's actually because people are asking him. You know, sort of like once in a while Tyler comes in and asks me to like react to like Michael Does Life or something like that. And I don't really necessarily want to. Like, this isn't necessarily my favorite thing to do. But once in a while I'm like, alright, let's get on here and see what he's up to. Let's talk about this guy. So it's the sort of thing where I think it's just there's a give and take where it's like with your sub community, you want to try to do the things they're asking for and not necessarily just be a douche and say no. And I think that's what Asmon's coming from, is like a lot of people want to hear his opinion. I honestly think the guy would rather just sit there and play games and stream that. I really do. I really think that he would be perfectly content sitting there and streaming games every freaking day and not doing other reaction content. I think he would, but I just think it comes down to you have to do what your community wants you to do. You can't just, you know, not listen to them. He's a streamer who talked about reactionary videos, got them all demonetized for making a video about it. Not sure. I do know that, like, it's good that he talks about things because, like, he has a whole community that finds out about things because he talks about them. Like that's what it comes down to, and that's also I think a lot of my voice too is just culturing people. You know, people becoming more aware of this and this. You know, just like you see how people responded to me being a guy who's into like heavy metal, but then at the same time I react to like K-pop videos and stuff, and I feel like people probably wonder, okay, is he actually into this, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, I really am. I actually like this, and I'm fully admitting to it, and do not give a shit what anybody thinks. And that's actually, I think, the issue that Asmon has too. He will often just have the audacity to admit that he likes something that a lot of people hate. He shows his pits all the time? What are you watching? I've literally never seen, I can't think of a single time Asmongold shows his pits all the time. I've never, I don't know what you're talking about. He wears the same white shirt every stream, I'll admit that. He has gotten, oh, not Asmon, oh. Oh, Viper, so that's what you mean. Viper something is the streamer's name. Okay, I wasn't sure what you meant by that. Yeah, that would bother me. That's why I don't want to go on Twitch. Like, that's like, a lot of the people on there, they're just like showing off their body parts, and I don't want that next to my content. So, oh, I was gonna say, did I walk past it? My bad. Yeah, I'll have to figure out who that is. I do know that, like, there was, like, a bunch of people running YouTube scams that he exposed. But at the same time, it wasn't really him. It was another guy he was reacting to that did the exposure. So really, he was just reacting to it, and more people became aware of it. Sort of like when I reacted to Michael Does Life, and he has all those like literally the guy ran apparently a gambling scam and somehow stole the money at the end and didn't give it to anybody. Like, I don't even know how that... I don't think he actually stole it. I think something happened. I think the other guy's lying, but... The point is, we don't know. And I covered that, and I'm just baffled by the fact that there was no follow-up to that. But yeah, I don't know if you remember my, like, 6-something hour stream where, like, I initially talked about him. I was one of the videos I looked up. I found some sort of... Basically, that's what he did. He ran a scam. Now, first of all, apparently the scam wasn't really legal. He wasn't... It was, like, apparently a type of gambling, and he shouldn't have been doing it to begin with. But, at the end, apparently, like... What he did was apparently he created, like, a name that didn't exist of somebody that really wasn't in the actual... you know, giveaway or whatever. It was somebody that was, it was like just a name he made up that wasn't actually in the giveaway. And at the end, he just like gave it to this random name that nobody knew about, and then like had, I guess, blocked the other guy that was in charge of it too. So he couldn't see where it was going or something or other. I don't know. Now, yeah, like, obviously that is, but at the same time, it's really hard to tell who did it, because that's where I'll say that he does have a lot of hackers and scammers in his chat all the time, and it could be that he really did get scammed by this other guy that tried to pin it on him. That's the only thing I can... Because, like, why wouldn't they have looked into this by now? I guarantee they did. I guarantee they looked into it by now. So, like, I just feel like there's no way at this point you could say that, like, something wasn't going on with that other guy, too. So maybe he didn't have anything to do with it. I just feel like that guy, like, tried to make it look like it was his fault, you know? Will they attack me? Why do we have level 20s mixed with level 1s? They never explained that. Level 30s? Level 30s? How does that make any sense? So, like, that bothers me too. They never explained that. Why do they have, like, level 20s and 30s mixed together? And then there's like a level 1. That's like kind of stupid. So I looked into like the crafting thing. Apparently you can supposedly take advantage of like this thing where you can craft like a crap load of like these things. Hold on. You can craft like a whole crap load of these, like it's these things, and they give like lots of XP, but like you need iron and aluminum, I guess, to make them. And so, like, I looked into, like, the video on how to do it, and they were like, oh, this is this really easy way, this really quick way, blah, 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 and it's really not that easy. Because, first of all, when you actually look into it, you find out, oh, you have to level up your outpost thing. So you try to put so first you have to find a planet that actually has a decent source of aluminum and iron. That's pretty hard to do, actually. It's pretty scarce. You gotta find a random moon. So I found one. I got there. Then you get there and you find out, oh, you have to level up your outpost thing in order to... Yeah, you can't just terraform. You can't just put the outpost down. You have to get, like, the bottom tier, I think, for that. And then there was another thing that we had to do, too. That was, like, a top tier thing that you had to level up, too. And then we could start gathering the materials to be able to actually make the adaptive frame. So there's like a lot of stuff you actually have to do. So like, it's really not that easy. Alright, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. I should probably do that too. There's nothing on this moon, is there? Except this. my god. I can't stand this system, guys. I really can't. Like, I'm just so tired of picking up the wrong thing. Why do I feel like I never have anything with rapid fire? Like, everything is single fire in this game. Why do I have to search for things with rapid fire? So, the shooting has stopped. Ah, okay. I thought so.
What was that? What the hell? You picked the wrong fight.
Pretty stupid AI. Seriously. Screwdriver. Picking up digipics. I love seeing digipics. All the digipics.
Thank God. I figured if I talked myself hoarse on the comms, the cavalry would come. I was expecting some Free Star militia, but any port in a storm, I guess. From what I've seen already, gladly. Before Spacers broke into the outpost, I was relaying orders for Lieutenant Torres. Torres ain't bad as far as COs go, but we'd have been flat out murdered if it weren't for the... and I can't believe I'm saying this... the UC Marines. So, and this is important. You see a Marine, don't shoot. They're friendlies. Roger. So first things first. The makeshift infirmary isn't gonna hold. They set up on the ground floor in the security section. The whole place is on lockdown, so you'll have to find a way there. Talk to, Lazama. He's the only thing between them and... well, you get the picture. Here's hoping it's not just me still standing. Be safe, be bold. A dead soldier ain't no help to no one.
Corporal Lazama, UC Marines, medic. We thought we were done for.
I'm...
And meet the esteemed doctor. Musa, right? It's his party we're crashing. Mahoney's a machine. She's wasted on this rock. And this... what the heck are you guys doing here anyway? Doctor. Doctor!
Yes. Yes. Astrobiology. We study non-Terran life forms in the settled systems. We, seek to understand the various flora and fauna and search for practical uses. No. They've been trying to take over the whole system. For months.
Listen, we can't waste time. The Freestar's CO, Lieutenant Torres, he locked down the complex. I'm not sure how long he can keep his troops safe.
Last I saw Torres was on the 3rd floor, near my office.
Take this key and get to Torres. It should open everything except the security doors. Get to Torres before his men are wiped out. Good luck. You think he's a spacer? He's the one that cleared him out.
Don't the spacers realize we're trying to help them? Help everyone! Why? I just keep asking myself, why?
So many doctors here. But besides one vet, no one can even hold a scalpel right.
they all gone?
Thanks to the stranger, every last one of them is down. Some fancy work there. How many more are there with your unit? You got sniper support or something? Holy shit. Wow.
We have to help Captain Myung. She's behind the barrier door.
But she's not Freestar, Lieutenant. Our first priority is our men and our scientists.
She came in to save us, Sergeant, when no one else would. I will not leave her out to dry. I don't care. Her men have risked their lives, died for us.
But Lieutenant, they're the UC, we can't...
Sergeant, I am ordering you to help us save those Marines. But how?
We got a security override key. If the Marines are still alive, they'll be by the other entrance. We all work together. We should be able to save them. Or die trying.
There are soldiers that need us. Are you... up for it? We could really use your help. You're okay, right? Then let's do this.
Here's the security key. You take point. The captain's down one floor.
scientist?
Huh. You don't got the look of a Marine. Certainly not the militia. Who are you? What, the explorers? I didn't know you guys packed such a punch. Captain Myung, UC Marines.
Veteran of the Colony Wars, the shield of Parduk Pass. Best damn Marine in the service.
And that loudmouth is Private Psy. If she wasn't such a hell of a soldier, she'd be polishing latrines for the next decade. You've saved lives here, and that is something I won't forget.
The captain and all her Marines. Oh, we'd all be dead if it weren't for them.
You lot may be Freestar, but you're ground pounders first. I wasn't about to let you all die ignobly to those rabid spacer bastards. You've got spirit. That's what we need right now. We've bought ourselves an old-fashioned stay of execution here, but it won't last long. The bastards are disorganized, undisciplined rabble. But they got spaceships and we don't. That means they can keep dropping reinforcements until they greatly outnumber us. Then the cowards will hit us. Hard. Give me a few years and I'd make you a Marine to be feared.
I have a more immediate problem, Captain. I have troops and civilians in the field. If we don't act, the Spacers could take them out. I can't abandon them.
Damn it. What sort of leader would you be if you did? But we need every trained soldier to fortify and get the defenses back online.
Mahoney said their last transmission indicated they were in trouble. If you could perhaps take your ship to the research camp and clear out any Spacers. They went dark not too long ago, so hopefully they are still survivors. Just go quickly and safely. I hope the research camp is all right. Haven't heard from them in hours.
Alright guys, I need to do a couple of things, and then we'll probably be back. Maybe I'll jump on a second stream. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. Man, single digits at the end. But I appreciate the likes, appreciate the concurrence. Thank you guys so much. See you guys soon.